The Victoria Royals are back in 8th spot in the Western Conference in the WHL. They were leapfrogged by the Everett Silvertips in the standings after dropping a 3-2 decision to Everett last night. The Victoria Cougars will look to apply the chokehold to the Kerry Park Islanders tonight in Game 3 of their VIJHL semifinal. The Cougs lead that series 2-0 and have lost just 2 games at home all season. Well, the other semi-final in full stride as the Peninsula Panthers looked for a bounce-back effort in Game 2 of their series with the Saanich Braves. Good start to David Stevens, the rookie, had 10 points in 7 games. Heading into this game, this goal was the start of a big night for him. 2-0 Panthers when Josh Blumenthal leans into this one in the high slot, increasing the lead to 3. Now, Don Cherry calls a 3-0 lead the most dangerous lead in hockey, but the Panthers weren't buying Grape's old theories on this night. 4 unanswered goals in the second period as Peninsula wins 5-2. The series is now tied at a game apiece. David Stevens led the way with a goal and 2 assists. Only 20 weeks remain until the start of the 2012 games, but our Canadian Olympians have dedicated years to full-time training for a chance to stand atop the podium. Rowers David Calder and Scott Frandsen won silver for Canada in the men's pairs in Beijing and say this last stretch is critical. And they're asking for the public support to help them turn silver into gold in London.
We want to make sure that we're doing everything possible so that when we're on the start line in London, we know, we have the confidence that we've done everything we can, with ourselves, with physically, and with different forms of training. And the reality is that's more expensive to do that sort of thing rather than just going up and down to the lake every day.
London will be Frandsen's 3rd Olympics, Calder's 4th, and likely their last. Not necessarily because their bodies are crying for them to hang up the oars, but finances may force them into early retirement. Canadian Olympians rely heavily on sponsors and donations, not only to cover the cost of training, but basic necessities like rent and food.
Money ultimately helps us the most, being able to pay for the bills and pay for the mortgage. But there are plenty of things, whether it's supplements, whether it's groceries, whether it's gas for our cars, there are plenty of things that we need on a daily basis that oftentimes we just can't afford all of or enough of. And so product-based companies, service-based companies can support us by donating product. I mean, it's really simple.
Doesn't that seem wrong that Olympic silver medalists need to ask for a little help?
I'll tell you, people think owning the podium pays the freight, but it doesn't. It helps underwrite funding for training.
Their training and stuff, but it's when they're training full-time, they don't have time for a full-time job, so they have families, they need to support them and eat. We like to eat every once in a while.
And our athletes go against people from other countries that are getting a full ride.
That's right. So if there's anyone out there that can help our Olympians, please do so.
All right, well, thank you.
You're welcome.